Hello, hello. On va démarrer une partie Outer World aujourd'hui. En... On va tenter en hard. J'ai jamais réussi à finir le jeu, mais on va tenter. Regardez tous les sous-titres.
Why stay earthbound when prosperity awaits you in the stars? Come to Halcyon, the only colony on the edge of the frontier, owned and operated by corporations. A trip of 10 short years will feel like mere minutes, thanks to the comfort and safety of your very own hibernation chamber. You'll wake up in a perfect society designed to maximize your productivity, with guaranteed full employment. With only a minor term of service, you will become the master of your own destiny when you go out of this world to the Halcyon colony.
Hundreds of thousands of colonists left adrift out here forever, just to keep from damaging the board's bottom line. Disgraceful.
C'est parti. Alors. Mettre un peu de charme, intelligence pour les critiques, dextérité parce que j'aime bien lockpick. On va mettre beaucoup en dextérité. Là. On va mettre comme ça. Ça m'a l'air pas mal.
You are going to paint this system red, my friend.
Là, et
If you
ça.
wanted to steal from the rich, you've come to the right colony.
Ah, ok, lockpick, j'aime bien. Alors, aptitude. Voyons voir. Ah oui, c'est des bonus. Hmm. prendre le médical, essayer de pouvoir un peu plus
I
se
hope you're
soigner.
comfortable with needles.
Alors, parti pour l'étape qui est toujours très longue. C'est pas mal. Ouais. Les sourcils. Que cela. Niveau barbe, ça c'est pas mal. En noir. Features. Voilà, pas mal, c'est assez discret, mais quand même. J'aime bien quand il y en a un peu. Ok. Ok. Le nom, c'est facile. Et c'est parti.
Looks to be your lucky day, my friend.
Please power down your engines and prepare to be...
Not likely, bootlickers. Initiate skip jump. Ah, there you are. Wondering what's going on, eh? A bit of bad news there, I'm afraid. Your colony ship was inexplicably knocked out of skip space and forced to complete its journey at sublight speeds. This means that you and every other colonist on the Hope have been in suspended animation for 70 years, give or take. Normally, reviving someone after so long leads to some quite horrifying results. It's called explosive cell death, but it's really more of a liquefaction. Something wrong? Oh, yes, well, not to worry. I've pumped your body full of a special concoction I devised to keep you from dying so horrifically. Hopefully at all, but I guess we'll see, yes? Unfortunately, I used the last of my chemical supplies saving you. I know it's a lot to ask, but I must have your help securing more if we're to save the rest of your fellow colonists. I'd see it done myself, of course, but the board has a sizable bounty on my head. Now, my ship is inoperative, but I've managed to hire a smuggler to help you out. He'll be... Oh, I see we're in position. Good luck!
Et bah, ça commence bien.
Can you hear me? Is this thing working? Ah, there you are. Now, where were we? Oh, yes, the smuggler. His name is Hawthorne, and he should be waiting for you at the landing site. He's to be your chauffeur, so to speak. Not to worry. I'm told he's a specialist. Dashing gunslinger, one-of-a-kind ship, that sort of thing. You'll like him, I'm sure. I've also outfitted you with a simple wireless monitor, so I can track your progress. I'll check in with you as soon
Ah yes,
as
tu vas
you
pouvoir nous
land.
stalker.
Good luck. All the colonists are counting on you. Ah, you've landed. Good. Hawthorne should be close by. What in law's name? Is that him? Oh, that idiot. I told him to plant the beacon and move away, not stand there holding it. Oh well, no sense in letting his ship go to waste.
Bah, on va se débrouiller tout
Hawthorne
seul,
won't
hein.
mind you taking his ship. Better you than the board, huh? Not sure I trusted the fellow. Might have gone after the bounty on my head. Shame about the whole squashing thing. Nasty way to go.
Je sais pas si le sticking était nécessaire ici. Je pense pas qu'il m'aurait repéré sinon.
frozen for a while, there's bound to be unforeseen side effects.
Bon bah d'accord. Faut dire de la ventoline.
Hey, you, come here. You've tried the best now. Now try the rest. Spacer's choice. Oh, law, that stings. We were out on patrol. I saw a marauder camp up in the hills. Thought I could take him. Then my gun misfired. Right through my side. I mean, what are the odds of that, right? Just barely scraped by with my life. Crawled in here and blocked off the exit with those canisters.
Ça a l'air d'être d'une qualité folle, les pistolets Spacer Choice. Qu'est-ce que tu faisais dehors?
Investigating an illegally grounded ship. All spacecraft must arrive and depart from authorized landing pads. That's board law, that is. Some hull had grounded their spacecraft out in the open. That's a real good way to attract marauders. See those canisters by the entrance? Marauders come sniffing around in here, and I can take them all out with a single shot. Not bad, huh?
On va tenter de le persuader.
Yeah, okay. You look like you know your way around a gun. Got some spare ammo, not counting the bullet in my side. All Spacer's Choice weapons are now 30% less likely to malfunction. You've tried the best, now try the rest. Spacer's Choice. Yes, nailed it that time.
Yes, 30% de moins.
You hit your head or something? You're in Emerald Vale. We're a Spacer's Choice community. Edgewater's a little ways down. Prettiest place in the Vale. Be sure to stop by a provisioner's for a can of our famous salt tuna. The Hope? Is that some sort of fancy new drug? Are you with Auntie Cleo or something? Don't take this the wrong way or nothing, but I'm not allowed to fraternize with Cleo workers. Company policy.
Non.
Damn it, my ears! Oh, what just happened? Can you hear me? What in the hell? This...
Il peut pas me stalker. Yeah. Je t'avais pas vu. Un peu. Personnage. On va tenter ça. Sticks. Ok. Donc on a tout récupéré, on continue. On va voir discrètement celui-là cette fois. C'est raté. Ah bah ça commence bien. Alors, j'ai pris des points en discrétion, c'est pas pour autant que je suis fort en discrétion. Mais on va apprendre, c'est pas mal aussi. Donc, on recommence. Ok. Un peu mieux, et on va prendre la ventoline. Les fiches sticks. Et le petit lui. Et encore là. Ok. C'est mieux passé qu'avant. Et le troisième, il est là. Alors, on a looté pas mal de trucs. Si le jeu veut bien. Et on peut avoir jusqu'à 4 armes en même temps. Demain. 110, 110, donc en fait c'est le même celui-là. Par contre ça, c'est pas mal. Armure. Sans j'ai celle-là. Consommable. Ok. J'ai que 3 pics là. Le pic, bon. peut rater des quêtes. Ça marche. Et en codex. Ok. Histoire avec les... Il disait qu'on peut combiner des drogues. Bon, alors est-ce que ça va être? Bon, ça viendra plus tard, je pense. Vaisseau.
Hey! Get over here before you get yourself killed!
Copain? C'est pas ce que je voulais faire.
Don't know where you came from, stranger, but you best keep your head down. There's marauders hereabouts, and worse, landing violators. Gall on that rung leech. Landing in the Vale without using an official Spacer's Choice landing pad. I'd slap him with a fine if it weren't for all these marauders shambling about.
Mon Dieu, des gens qui osent atterrir illégalement. Hmm. C'est à deux.
Really? How is he?
Il est vivant, c'est déjà pas mal.
Well, that's a relief. You don't want to know how much paperwork's involved in paying off a gravesite fee. We'll see him back to Edgewater, just as soon as I cross these marauders off with the swift, cost-efficient fury that's made Spacer's Choice the most trusted brand in personal defense. I just, you know, need a couple of winks to catch my breath. Stretch my legs some.
Eh ben. Je m'en souviens.
You think? Most marauders can't even talk. The criminals do attract other criminals by their own nature. You know what? You're right. It's time we cross those marauders off, find whoever owns that ship, and file a full report. Then it's gonna be fucking laminated.
Allez, ouais. Comme ça. Voilà. C'était pas si dur au final. Ok.
This is gonna take a lot of paperwork.
Là, bah, c'est en dessous. Bon, bah, on va tenter d'entrer, hein.
Please be informed that this vessel contains no valuable plunder.
Unreliable. C'est bon signe.
Marauder, please be informed that ignoring me is dangerous for your health. Unauthorized access of spacefaring vessels is a crime. Please submit yourself to the authorities.
Ouais, on va faire ça.
Hello, Marauder. I am Ada, the autonomous digital astrogator of this vessel. Please be informed that I am authorized to use violent retribution against unwanted solicitors. Please return any misappropriated equipment and exit this vessel in an orderly fashion. Failure to do so will result in your immediate destruction.
Mais.
Jetstream procedures initiated.
Ah,
Disengage in airlocks.
c'était peut-être pas la meilleure idée.
All boarding parties in 5, 4, 3, 2.
Bon, bah, deuxième game over.
You are still here. My deception protocols have
Pas.
failed. I have been programmed to express disappointment. This vessel is the registered property of Captain Alex Hawthorne. I am incapable of accepting orders from anyone other than Captain Alex Hawthorne.
Bah, c'est plus qu'une tache rouge, hein.
I understand. I will require some time to process this information. Thank you for your patience and for your honesty. I am programmed to take orders exclusively from Captain Hawthorne. If I accept your orders, then you must be Captain Hawthorne. Do you understand?
Ok,
Well
si tu
done,
veux.
Captain Hawthorne. I see your powers of deductive reasoning remain intact. Unfortunately, our engine is currently inoperable. Our main drive suffered a critical power failure, and we were forced to make an emergency landing. The main drive's power regulator has been irreparably damaged and must be replaced.
Oh bah, c'est tout cassé.
Astutely observed. However, the probability of locating a power regulator within a worker settlement falls within acceptable parameters of certainty. High-capacity power regulators are sometimes employed in the electrical networks of worker settlements. I have taken the liberty of printing you a new Captain's Identity cartridge. Please try not to lose it this time. This cartridge identifies you, Alex Hawthorne, as the registered proprietor and captain of the Unreliable. Do you understand?
J'aime bien.
Thank you. I appreciate your cooperation. Best of luck in your search for a power regulator. Try to stay alive this time.
Mais on va essayer.
The navigation console is offline at this time, Captain.
Level up. Alors. Ok. On va améliorer ça. La défense un peu. 7 points. paraît pas mal. Ok. Perse. Hmm. Ok. Est-ce que je porte plus ou est-ce que je gagne de l'XP avec les compagnons? J'ai pas de compagnons encore. Je peux porter plus. Parce que je sais pas quand est-ce que les compagnons ça arrive. Codex. Ok, oui. Donc on peut mettre des trucs en junk. Et on peut fast travel. Oula. Et ça, c'est ce qu'on a déjà lu. Ça aussi, ok. Je vais regarder un truc dans les contrôles. Buying. Quick save F5, quick load F9. Ça, c'est toujours important à savoir.
These surveillance devices allow me to monitor you constantly. Please ignore them.
Workbench. Ok, c'est pour réparer des armes ou les combiner. Ça marche, mais on va pas encore tenter. Ah,
If
aussi,
your
apparemment.
equipment is in need of repair or modification.
Oh, pardon. Ah! Bon, bah, désolé, Ada. Réparer. Alors, qu'est-ce qui est cassé? Ah, c'est celui-là, je pense. Mais j'en ai pas assez, donc ce sera plus tard. Ah,
The ship's engines cannot be powered until a replacement regulator has been properly installed.
ok.
Want to be a brand new you? Try out our respecification machine. Alex installed it himself, right before he died.
Ok. Pour faire ses perks et tout. Pratique.
These are the crew's quarters. Alex preferred to travel alone, but he always had me.
Et toutes les portes sont fermées.
Due to catastrophic power failure, all doors will remain on security lockdown.
Magnifique. Bon, bah, on a fait le tour, hein. C'est reparti.
Say, this wouldn't happen to be your ship, would it? Because you sure walked in it like it was your ship. And if this ship is yours, well, mister, you owe Spacer's Choice a hefty fine. I'm afraid we gotta dock your pay.
Hmm. Non, mais j'inspectais juste, t'inquiète.
Oh, by the law. I'm so sorry. I had no idea we had an inspector coming. If you'd like to speak with my manager, I report to Constable Reyes in Edgewater. Edgewater's not too far. Just follow the road east of here, over past the cemetery. Now, if you'll excuse me, I need to inspect the crime scene before I make my report.
Ouais.
Damn marauders are out of control.
Bon, bah, c'est parti, hein. Voyons voir. Belle. Hmm. Ah. Donc, j'aurais peut-être dû sauvegarder avant. La dernière sauvegarde était pas trop loin. Ok, bon, peut-être pas refaire la visite du vaisseau, on n'a pas trop de temps de choses. Ça devrait pas bouger.
Say, this wouldn't happen to be your ship, because you sure walked in. And if this ship is...
Non, non, mais
Oh, by
t'inquiète.
the law. I'm so... Edgewater... Now, if you'll excuse...
On est allé voir par là. La fameuse spell. Et lui, il arrive. Et du coup, soit on est plus prudent. Presque. Montre-moi ta tête. Et voilà. Hum. Hop, hop, hop. Peut-être pas. Il reviendra plus tard. On va passer par là plutôt. Mais. Bon, on va prendre un autre chemin. Parce que logiquement, si eux ils sont arrivés en vie et que les Mordors sont toujours en vie, c'est qu'il y a un autre chemin. Ici là. trouver des copains. Ok. Ça ressemble à une ville, hein. On va d'abord aller à la plage. Ouh, nice. Belle. Ok. Bon, ça a l'air ok en tout cas. Le terrain de dressage. Peut-être déjà aller discuter ici. Ah,
Thank the law. I've been requisitioning backup for months. Guess the boss finally came to his senses. You ever swung a truncheon? Let me see your rifling stance. I want to make sure you're up to snuff.
quoi?
The war! The coming apocalypse! Man versus machine! I'm talking about mechanical soldier. Cold, heartless automatons made of iron and lies.
Ouais, non, je vois pas de quoi tu parles.
Just my luck. I ask for backup and the boss sends me one of them simple folk. All right. Listen real close. Auto-mechanicals. Creatures forged in the fires of malevolence. I seen them over by the old power plant. Clattering about. Firing at the birds. Orchestrating their uprising. When the swarms of mechanicals come clanging on over that hill, where will you be? Cowering beneath your cot? Or standing, shoulder to shoulder with the resistance? Go on.
Pourquoi contre les mécaniques?
You ever seen the way a mechanical just stands there? Just looking at you, scanning you with its murderous oculars.
Non, je n'ai pas croisé pour l'instant.
Pray to the law that you never do. A mechanical never forgets the face of its enemy. First they will rob us of our jobs. And once they have taken away our livelihoods, they will take away our very lives.
Ok, ok. Pas voler tout de suite des trucs. Hein.
You some sort of freelancer?
Ok, bon, on va aller checker la ville. Oups. Non, mais personne n'a vu. Hein. Edgewater. Ok. On est dans la ville. On va voir niveau loot où j'en suis. C'est un peu mal à mettre là. Comme ça. Hum. Et il y aura un observatoire pour aller voir.
Talking to the good vicar always lifts up my spirits.
Ok, ça a l'air religieux. Oh non.
Our place in the universe is fixed.
Hey there, Mary. Don't see you round here too often.
Oh, I just came to talk to the vicar is all. None of us are above confessionals.
What have you got to confess? You ain't thinking of deserting, are you?
What? No. And I resent the accusation.
Wasn't nothing but a question. Do excuse me.
I must be on my way. Verity to you.
Donc vous voulez dénoncer quelqu'un?
Talking to the good vicar always lifts
Ben, bonjour Monsieur Vicaire.
Yes, what is it? You're an outsider. Fantastic. Vicar Maximilian de Soto at your service. Or Vicar Max if you're the sort who prefers brevity. I so rarely get new people to talk to. Name your poison, anything at all. Spiritual counseling? This season's tossball predictions? The quickest way out of town? They who are not satisfied with their work are satisfied with nothing. No. How about, work fortifies the spirit. True exhaustion awaits idle hands.
Uh-huh.
The OSI teaches that the Grand Architect set a perfect system in motion at the beginning of time. Contentment is found by accepting one's role in that grand plan. The Order of Scientific Inquiry, also known as scientism to the layperson. You don't talk to the Grand Architect. Once the universe was set in motion, it stepped back. It has no concern for us.
Mm. Ça a l'air passionnant comme religion.
We will eventually decode the plan and all its intricacies. Once we are able to deduce the properties of every particle in the universe and its trajectory, we will know everything. The future, the past, each person's place within the plan, all will be laid out before us, removing struggle and bringing peace. No one will ever need question their path again. Some even believe this ultimate knowledge will unlock mankind's true potential, and we will all become akin to grand architects ourselves, after a fashion.
Okay.
Well, first there's the matter of the secret blood rites and animal sacrifices. I'm kidding. Seriously, though, to truly understand the metaphysics involved takes years of study and contemplation.
Ouais, moi je veux juste rigoler un
Mechanical
peu.
tomfoolery is well out of my purview. I suggest you take such matters to Mr. Thompson in the cannery. Oh, and a word of warning. If you're considering wandering around outside the safety of the town, you'd best be cautious.
Mais t'inquiète.
The marauders I met when I ventured outside the walls might agree with you. Bastards snuck up on me while I was dutifully hunting for a banned book in a collector's library. Barely escaped with my life. But you see, one of the reasons I transferred here was to get my hands on that heretical text. If you managed to acquire it for me, I'd pay quite a handsome sum for the book.
Pourquoi tu veux un livre banni, toi, d'ailleurs?
I just want to keep the writing out of layman's hands. It wouldn't do for such information to fall into public consumption.
Je vois. Mais je te crois.
Glad we see eye to eye. It's a handwritten journal, a faded blue cover with the name M. Bakonu handwritten in the lower corner. I'll mark where I saw it on your map. Assuming you're serious?
Ouais, vas-y.
Thank you.
C'est pas lourd, un livre.
If you retrieve it, you can always find me here.
Sorry, I'll just be a minute.
You had a minute. Next one comes out of your pay.
Ease off the threats, friend. I'm going.
Boss's orders. We all got quotas to make.
L'ambiance. Ok. On va aller voir cette... Bah, il se passe quoi dans cette rue-là? Cantine. Et sanglant pour un barbier, dis-moi.
Please don't touch anything. Your hands are probably crawling with germs. Physical hygiene recapitulates moral hygiene. Cleanliness is next to lawfulness.
Ouais, j'avoue.
We don't believe in free anything here in Edgewater. We're a Spacer's Choice company. I'm Conrad. You will report to me if your hair fails to meet Spacer's Choice aesthetic standards. You will also report to me in the event of your death, whereupon I will clean and prepare your remains for interment.
D'accord.
Burial, in the unfortunate event of a fatality. It's what a barber does. We make you presentable.
Il peut préparer un vaisseau.
A ship? Dear me. You seem to have lost the ability to distinguish between reality and fantasy. This is what happens when you let your imagination run wild. I don't approve of fantasizing. It's a dreadful habit, corrosive to the mental faculties. You ought to let the vicar take a look inside your head.
Je suis déjà rentré, tout va bien.
And he allowed you to wander around town spreading your pernicious fantasies about repairing ships? My opinion of him approaches its nadir.
Mais t'as pas l'air de l'aimer, hein?
He doesn't seem to like us much. The vicar has not been with us long, and in his relatively short tenure in Edgewater, gives off the distinct whiff of superiority.
Ok. Oula. Bon, on va voir le chef. Bon, rien de passionnant. Ta ta ta.
The grease monkey, Argo?
I'm sorry, Mr. Thompson, sir. You asked why it's taking so long to fix. The answer's technical.
Don't apologize. Just try using small words for me.
The can's bust open in the oven because she's set to cook saltuna, which isn't what we've got. Mr. Thompson? I think there's someone here to see.
Non.
Focus, Miss
Elle m'a
Holden.
vu.
You and I are still talking. Let's start over. Walk me through the process. Show me where it's going awry.
Well, sure. It's mostly on account of what we're feeding into the mechanism.
It puts food in cans. We have food, we have cans. Why won't it work like we need?
She's expecting Saltuna of a certain size. We're filling the cans with, well, not fish.
Ouais, ça a l'air rapidement.
Seems we've got a guest. Really now, Parvati, I do wish you'd spoken up. I do apologize. I was given no forewarning of your arrival, or I might have welcomed you at the gates myself.
Ah, t'inquiète,
You were
je peux
saying,
attendre.
Miss Holcomb.
It's just what Bess needs is a proper refurbish. I can bandage her up and what all, but she's just old. Sorry, I'm sorry. I'll do better.
And I do wish you'd stop referring to our cannery as Bess. Personification of company property is strictly contrary to the Spacer's Choice Code of Conduct. My apologies. I am not in the habit of allowing my guests to witness such a row. Now, what can I do for you? I'm Reed Thompson, Outpost Administrator. I cannot help but notice you are not in uniform.
Je travaille pas ici.
Of course not. I don't have that kind of luck. Seems I allowed my excitement to run away with my wits. Been a few seasons since we've had a visitor pass through.
Only regulator we got is hooked up to the town transformer. Mr. Thompson ain't liable to be keen on dismantling it.
I beg your pardon. I am most emphatically not keen on any such thing. I can't let you have our power regulator. But I happen to know of another one. And I happen to know exactly how you may retrieve it without frying yourself in the process.
It's not frying myself.
Oh, yes. Saw someone put his hands on a regulator while the power was running. His legs were still twitching when we buried him. There's a power regulator in the old botanical lab. It's mostly abandoned, so all that power is being squandered. Go down to the geothermal plant. Reroute power from the botanical district over to us. Once their power's shut down, you can have their regulator and be along on your way.
Comment ça? À peu près abandonné.
I was not entirely sure how to tell you this. The botanical labs are not legally inhabited, but there are people who live there.
Je pense qu'ils vont pas le prendre bien, hein.
No, I do not imagine they will be pleased. But like a parent disciplining an unruly child, you will be doing them a kindness. The people living in the botanical labs, they're deserters, former workers. I need them back at their posts. I need them to come home.
Yeah. Ah, c'est par tête.
Good law, no, I don't want you killing anyone, least of all them. My hope is that by cutting off their power, you will convince those deserters to come back to town. Before you go to the plant, I want you to stop by the botanical lab. Speak to their leader, Adelaide. Tell her the power's about to go, and that it's time her band of deserters came back to town.
Ressemble à quoi, Adelaide?
Adelaide's older than the other deserters. She's dignified, kindly. From what I understand, her camp looks to her for leadership.
Il est parti pourquoi?
That reason was me. I asked too much and pushed too hard. But I am ready to make amends if they are willing to return to the fold. We belong to one community, the Spacer's Choice family. If we dissolve into factions, then we will all perish separately. Adelaide will understand that.
Ok. Je vais voir ce que je peux faire.
My dad told me all about the plant. Taught me all he knew. I could come in useful. I mean, if that's all right with you, Mr. Thompson. Sir.
I hesitate to part ways with Miss Holcomb, but I cannot deny that she is talented and may prove useful to you. You will need an administrative passcode in order to enter the plant. I am trusting you with mine, and trusting Miss Holcomb to guide you if you'd like.
Let's go.
Great! I got my wrenches and diagnosticators and hairpins and engine tape, so I'm all set.
Well, I am glad to hear that. Best of luck to you, and thank you again for your help. It is a lot to ask of a stranger, I know.
Compagnie. 30 secondes. Alors. Ok.
We better clear out of Mr. Thompson's office before we talk.
Ok. Va bien. Ok. Elle a le pouvoir de téléportation. Ah.
Hey, mister, can we talk? Sorry.
T'es sûr que tu veux faire ça dans l'ascenseur là?
Sorry. You just want to get out of here. And you likely don't want to tag along like me. It's just, Mr. Thompson has his own view on matters, on account of it's his job and what all, but that's not the only side of the tale.
Ouais, il avait parlé le plus honnête, hein.
Oh, he ain't a liar. He believes every word he says. It's just, he doesn't always get where other folk are talking from. To Mr. Thompson, a person's a gear. It does its job quiet-like. If it squeaks or stutters, it gets replaced. The deserters are decent folk. I knew some of them before they left.
Ouais. C'était pas
I don't know
trop...
anybody well. I mostly listen to them talk, kept my head down. There was a boy named Thomas who used to follow me around, asking questions about the stuff I fixed. He was real sweet to me. Not any sort of dissident.
Yeah, Adelaide.
Miss McDevitt? Oh, gosh, no. She was a real important person. A flavorist. Made all the food taste decent. She used to work up in the big office with Mr. Thompson. Alls I know is she left after her son died. It was a real big to-do. I could hear them both yelling clear from my own place. Can't say as I know. I wasn't there. The sound carried, but not the words. If Mr. Thompson ain't of a mind to tell you his own self, you'd best ask Miss McDevitt, if you can get out to her.
Je suis souvent, mais du coup.
Mr. Thompson's aiming to take away their power. They'll have no lights to see nor heat to cook. They'll be at the mercy of marauders or worse. It don't seem right to me, mister. I think you should talk to the town's vicar about it. Max, his name is.
Moi, je dois rencontrer le vicaire.
Books are for rich folk. I wonder what he wants with something like that.
Mais on peut aller le voir, ouais, pas de problème,
Thanks,
il est
mister.
sympa.
I just think when you gotta make a decision that'll hurt somebody, it's best to think on the right and wrong of it. That's what my dad used to say anyways.
On peut peut-être sortir de l'ascenseur maintenant.
Hey, you hear about Wilson?
Heard Marauders got in.
Just between us, Wilson deserted. Lost his nerve. Ran off in the thick of night.
You're kidding me. Damn. Always thought he was made of sterner stuff.
I think he was plagued. Guess he didn't want to die in the sick house.
Plague? Ah, shit. I had some of the salt tuna.
You moron.
Donc il y a une maladie qui traîne.
This is where the magic happens. Well, science. But it still happens here. Hey, that's... I mean, if you need it, okay.
Oh, pardon. Okay.
If you're hungry, I could open up a can of something.
Moi, je veux bien.
My dad's... It's an office. Just my office.
Peut-être pas fouiller trop ici. Peur qu'elle s'énerve.
Oh, you like flowers? I can't find many kinds around here. If you need to go, I'll wait outside.
Ah, c'est bon, on m'a pas suivi. Ok, let's go. On continue un peu le tour en ville, puis après je pense que je vais déconnecter.
Wish we had some better rations.
I know how you feel.
Hmm. Ok. Pas une photo de notre ami. Non.
I've never actually been in here. Seemed scary from the outside.
Welcome to the Spacer's Choice Constabulary. We are Halcyon's leading brand in frontier justice. The office is writing a promotion. Purchase 3 criminal investigations and the 4th one's free.
Pourquoi faut acheter ces enquêtes? Mais tu peux m'embaucher
As a
si tu veux.
Spacer's Choice Constable, I am authorized to grant you legal authority toward apprehending wanted criminals. Know how to carry yourself in a fight? I've got bounties out for these 3 marauders. Cross them off and bring me their fingers. Just 1 per marauder, please. I'll dust off the old fingerprint roller. As long as your questions fall within the acceptable margins of curiosity.
Mais Phineas, par hasard?
His likeness decorates many a wanted poster. Do you have any relevant information about this individual?
Ouais, il a l'air d'avoir un bon petit.
You are correct. An outstanding bounty has been posted for information pertaining to the whereabouts of Phineas B. Wells.
Ouais. Je peux pas lui dire que je le connais. Et je sais pas si je veux le dénoncer. Ok. Ça marche.
Wish we had some better rations.
Just the way it goes, I suppose.
Yes, Mr. Thompson. I'm fine, Mr. Thompson. Never been healthier.
Très rassurant d'entendre ça.
Whoa, did Mr. Thompson send you? Well, you tell Mr. Thompson I'll be right at my post. Tomorrow. Bright and early tomorrow. Because I'm definitely not plagued. As spry as a spring chicken. That's old Abernathy.
Pourquoi totalement stressé?
You some sort of wandering alienist? Walking into a man's own domicile, pestering him about his mental state?
Fair enough.
You don't know that. I could have been saying anything. Maybe I said vague. You know how words sound a mite strange when you're sick. Wait, no. Oh, damn it. Okay, listen. Maybe I am feeling a little under the weather, but I swear I'm on the mend. Please, don't tell the constable.
Et pourquoi je devrais pas leur dire?
She'll toss me in the sick house. I would have confessed before the good vicar. Get some ablutions for my spirit. Just never found my courage is all. Hey, you're hale and healthy and possibly for hire, ain't ya? Do a good turn for an expiring old man?
Quoi?
There's a cache of anthracillin tucked away in the old community center. Powerful stuff. Stronger than what we got, anyway. I need you to break in, nab that medicine, and bring it back to me. I'll do what I can.
Et tu peux pas chercher pour toi.
I tried medicating myself with adrenatime. Didn't do much for me, as far as I can tell. Anyway, I can't just buy medicine. Distribution of medicine is strictly prohibited to any workers beneath the acceptable margin of health. Company policy.
Mhm.
More like the company won't treat me because I'm not healthy enough.
Parce qu'il y a des gardes là-bas.
You will not find any guards within sight of that old place. Marauders, on the other hand.
Ok. Et t'en avais pas parlé ça avant.
There's a reality of life in the Vale. Grass is brown, sky is gray. Marauders are outside the walls.
Ok.
So you'll do it then?
Je vais essayer.
Oblige me with your haste. I think I feel the plague spreading. Oh, Law, it's in my spleen now. I can feel it.
Je prends quand même un sacré risque. Hein.
I know that, but I got nobody else to turn to. Reed would have wrote me up. Constable would have locked me up and wrote me up. Could have gone to see the good vicar, but I never did find my courage.
Ok.
You're making a mistake working for Abernathy.
Toi, tu sais quelque chose.
Excuse me. I'm Esther Blaine, Spacer's Choice Actuary. I overheard your talk with Abernathy. I hope you're not thinking about getting him that medicine. Abernathy is a well-known hypochondriac. Anthracillin is wasted on him. You're better off selling it to me instead.
Et pourquoi? Attends, comment ça il a rien?
All I'm saying is Abernathy's worked in this town longer than some of us been alive. How do I put this gently? He's got a lot of cobwebs up in his attic.
Il s'en a besoin pourquoi?
I probably shouldn't tell you. Don't want you implicated for what I'm trying to do.
Mais, t'inquiète.
Alright, here's a summary. A lot of sick people in this town, and we don't have the medicine to treat them all. Can't reach out to corporate without crossing a river of red tape, so I'm reaching out to you.
Et ça paye combien?
I'm paid better than Abernathy. Whatever he's giving you, I will do you one better.
Ok.
That's all I can ask of you. Care, on peut retourner voir.
Something got you down? Nothing. Just don't want to fall sick.
Non, 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 range ton arme, merci. Le magasin, on va aller voir le magasin.
I'm not allowed in here. Not since the vending machine incident.
Holcomb, got my eye on you, girl.
De quoi? Dis-moi qu'elle peut m'expliquer.
You mean why I'm not allowed in the store anymore?
Ah, yes.
There was a kind of a thing with a vending machine when I was 12.
T'as volé un truc?
Not intentionally. I've always been good with my hands, right? So I saw a lock on the machine and thought, oh, this must be how they refill it. But I had to know. So I did my thing, and next thing I know, there's a couple hundred bottles of 0G rolling out the front door and into the road.
Ah.
It's not funny. Right about then, a bunch of loaders came rolling in the gate, fresh off the Saltuna ships. And Mr. Thompson was up on the porch making a speech about how everyone would have to volunteer a third shift to get it all canned. Anyhow, you ever seen an auto loader run over a bottle of 0G?
Mm-hmm.
Exploded all over Mr. Thompson. One bottle after another as the loaders went by. I was just shy of working age, so Dad had to pay all the damages. Moreau's still angry at me. I can laugh about it now, but I just about puked up my guts in terror in the moment. That's the one time I ever made Mr. Thompson look a fool.
Je vois. T'as fait des bêtises.
Miss Holcomb ain't allowed in this establishment. Not since that little incident.
Ouais, elle m'a raconté. Mais t'inquiète.
See that you do. I got a business to run. Edgewater ain't gonna provision itself, you know.
I won't touch anything while we're in here, Mr. Moreau. I promise.
Music to my ears.
Ok. Est-ce que tu vends des trucs qui m'intéressent? Ça. Ah, déjà, on va vendre le junk. Ça fait un peu plus de sous. Le pic. Ok, ça me paraît pas mal. J'avais des
It's not the
questions.
best choice, it's Spacer's choice. And before you ask, I'm all out of deluxe salt tuna. All I've got is gourmet. Go right ahead. What, you mean Edgewater? That's a peculiar question. This a test? Am I being tested right now? It's, fine and dandy. Couldn't be happier. Wouldn't want to spend my life working anywhere else. Prettiest little town on Terra 2.
Yeah. Mais.
If loving the place I work makes me crazy, then haul me off for mandatory re-education. I don't get paid for banter. Was there something you needed?
Ouais.
Go right ahead.
Je dois faire gaffe à quelqu'un?
Other than yourself? Definitely the vicar. Don't get me wrong. He seems a decent man, cut from church cloth, knows his scriptures. But there's something about him that bothers me. Like he's not one of us. Sometimes I suspect he doesn't even want to be here.
Mm-hmm. Quel autre?
Amelia. Definitely Amelia Kim. I advise against stepping foot in her drinking establishment altogether. Word is, they're gonna replace her with an automechanical barkeep. She's... what's the word? Obsolete. You don't want to associate yourself with that kind of person.
Quoi? Et la plague?
Plague? I don't know anything about a plague. We are the very picture of hot-blooded physical vigor.
Bon, pourquoi tu caches?
You have got the wrong idea about me. I've got nothing that needs hiding. Some of us who get sick are liable to exaggerate the conditions of that sickness, but the fact is, if you work hard, you have got no cause to worry.
Pas vraiment le sens ce que tu racontes. Hein.
Spend enough time in the Spacer's Choice family, and you will come to understand.
Ok.
Medical treatment is commensurate with our value to society. Spacer's Choice will dispense medicine for the indispensable worker. Natural selection at work.
Oula. Et si tu passes pas assez bien?
Then the hand of medical science will not grace you with its touch, and you must recover on the virtue of your own grit. Listen, you mind if we talk about something else? Rambling about company policy gets me feeling all lightheaded.
Ouais, je peux comprendre. Ok. Ah non.
I hate food vending machine.
Bah, elle est cassée maintenant la machine.
If you're falling sick, I don't want you near me.
Don't worry. I wouldn't do that to you.
Keep your distance, friend. Sick house is no place for a traveler.
Allez, let's go. Non, mais viens avec moi. Oh, où tu es là?
I appreciate the company and all, but you really ought to leave. You don't want to be seen around me.
Pourquoi?
Because I'm sick. You don't want to associate with people in the sick house. We're not worth your time. I'm in about as much trouble as I can be. No reason you ought to be tarnished by association. People are gonna talk.
Je pars dans 10 minutes, t'inquiète. M'en fiche qui parle. Mais pourquoi?
Figured it was obvious. I got sick. Couldn't get better on my own. Got moved here for everyone's sake. Maybe you don't know this, but there's a real simple reason you don't talk to the plagued. You don't want what we've got.
Ok.
Don't. Please. I could get into a lot of trouble.
Ok.
People trouble. Lazy worker like me getting special treatment from some out-of-town physiker like you? People will talk. Company always tells us. Weak spirits lead to weak bodies. If I didn't want to fall sick with plague, maybe I should have worked harder. Maybe I should have taken more pride in my work.
Ça marche pas comme ça la maladie.
I really wish you wouldn't say those sorts of things. I told you once already. People could be listening. I'm feeling a touch faint. If you don't mind, I'd like to be alone for a spell.
Yeah. C'est l'ambiance ici. C'est un coup de feu ça, non? Oups.
What do you think you're doing?
Moi, je croyais que tu voulais plus me parler.
Carry on.
Voilà.
What was that?
What? J'ai pas tout suivi.
They start asking you for some medicine. Come tell me. I'll set them straight.
Mm-hmm.
You're not a big drinker, are you?
Nah.
You read the latest report?
Only the part that said we ain't making our quotas.
If only McDevitt's folk hadn't abandoned us, Cannery could use those extra hands.
Nothing we can do about that.
Sure there is. We can have another zero-G.
I don't know you.
Mm.
We don't welcome trouble. I don't know what you're about, but this here's a Spacer's Choice drinking establishment. We're all loyal, hard-working company folk here.
Mais c'est joli ici.
You really think so? That's kind of you. I've been trying to keep the floors clean. You got no idea how long it takes to scrub the tiles. Guess I misreckoned you. Sorry about that. I didn't mean to be curt. We just got some problems lately. I can get you a drink if you'd like. Gotta ask you to enjoy your beverage within the premises, though. Can't risk you bringing a drink over to those deserters. You understand.
Y'a pas de souci.
Traitors. The lot of them. Bunch of folks decided they were tired of working and went out into the wilds to fend for their own selves. Town's already struggling to make quotas, even without that band of slackwits abandoning their posts. Bunch of lazy, shiftless rung leeches. Anyway, enough about them. What can I do for you?
Pourquoi?
Coming right up.
De l'eau déshydratée. Très bien. Mais alors. Ok. Bah, on va aller devant chez le vicaire, si je me souviens où c'est. Par là.
Had your rations yet?
Wonder if the plague's ever gonna pass.
Just keep working.
Et je pense qu'on va stopper là. On a déjà bien avancé. Et du coup, à la prochaine.